Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Still flipping hot in Portugal, but running late today. So I thought what we'd do is pull a band out of the night queue, which is a queue of bands where the tracks are a lot longer and they're not really bands that I could spin three of because it would be about a 45-minute show and nobody's got time for that. So we're just going to pull this one band out today, and it's actually a solo project, and the band is called Ubilichaos, and the artist behind that is Ubilichaos, and they're from Brazil. It says here, Ubilichaos is a slow and crushing solo project formed in 2007, so been going a while, with an ever-evolving, epic and apocalyptic sonic language. Wow, we love the sound of that, but I've actually already listened to this track anyway, so I know it is all of those things, because they actually sent me over this album before it released, and I got to listen to it before it even released, and this was my favourite track off that album. So I thought, yeah, we'll give this one a spin. It's very, very cool. But it's also very, very long. It's 12 and a half minutes long. And it hasn't actually got a video to it as well, which is a shame. But it's still worth a listen. And I want to let people know about this band because it's a very, very cool project. And it just sounds really dope. Doomy, crushing, dark, depressive, all the things that, I like. So let's get it on the screen, although there's not a lot to look at with this one. This one's called Filled by Empty Spaces. Sit back and get comfy because it's a long one.
Melhor só registrar os fatos e deixar a interpretação para depois. Assim, pelo menos posso fingir cada vez de uma forma.
Cada um aqui custa 700 paus pro Estado, por mês. Isso é mais do que 3 salários mínimos. Isso diz alguma coisa sobre esse país.
Cada vez arrumar a realidade de um jeito. Ou nunca interpretar, seria perfeito. Registrar os fatos. Nada mais.
O que vale é ter liberdade para consumir.
Something about just talking over music, which I think sounds really cool. Like spoken word and stuff. got a cool atmosphere to it. I feel like I'm walking down that corridor there, down the tunnel. Dirty. You see on his stereo as well, it's totally filling your ears with the sound. It's got a good atmosphere to it. what I think when I'm listening to music like this is just how much sound there is, how much is going on in your ears, but there's not actually a lot going on the instruments, you know. Very slow drumming, very basic guitaring and big long chords. It sounds amazing. And when you contrast it against something like Tech Death, where they've got to think of a new riff every 2 seconds and shredding about the neck, it just makes me laugh that, you know, some music's really simple to play but sounds amazing, and some music's really friggin' hard to play to make it sound amazing as well. I think these doomy guys get away with a lot just because the sound is so good. They don't have to do a lot on their instruments to make it sound great, because it's the tone, it's the sound of the instruments that sounds great, not necessarily all the riffing and doing stuff on the neck and loads of different notes and scales and God knows what else. You've just got a great sound, so just let it boom out the guitars. Yeah, great job. Kind of track that you get sucked into. Would have been nice to have a cool video, but I thought it was cool looking down that tunnel there because it felt like the right place to hear this kind of music, you know? If you were in that tunnel and this started booming down that tunnel, it would really set the atmosphere. You'd be shitting your pants, obviously, but it would sound great. And yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. As I say, I've listened to this track before. I've listened to it a few times, actually. And, you know, this was my favourite one off the record, although the record is very good all round. This one for me just had a nice build-up, sucks you in with the guitar and then brings in the heaviness and then gets really dense and heavy and shouty, and it's just got a great atmosphere to it. So yeah, my kind of music, got a nice depressive edge to it, an angry edge to it there as well. It's just very emotional music, I would say. You know, when you're listening to this, you get put in an emotional state in yourself, but you can tell that the artist is pouring their emotion through the music. And for me, music with emotion and music where you can see that the artist or the artists and the band have put their passion and their heart and soul into it, and this stuff really means something to them. It's not just a song, it's not just a verse and a chorus that they've written that was cool. They've written this because they're expressing themselves and getting this off their chest and putting it through the music. It's the dopest thing about music, in my opinion, that is. And I always try to do that with my own music. Whenever you hear a piece of my music, I've made it because it means something to me, and I'm trying to express something. I'm either trying to express a concept, emotions, feelings. Sometimes I just base it around a word, you know, or something like that. But as long as there's a purpose and a meaning behind your music, and you've put your own personal passion through it, especially as a solo project where you've done it all yourself and everything's been tailored to your vision and your idea, man, I absolutely love it. You know that if you watch this channel already. Solo projects for me, I really think they're going to be the future of music, because once you know how to play the instruments and you know how to record yourself and do a bit of mixing, there's nothing holding you back from creating any kind of music that you want to create. There's no one telling you to do this or that. You haven't got to pay someone to do something and then have their vision involved in it as well. If you want a real personal musical project and expression, you want to express yourself through music, if you could play a couple of instruments and have the ability, have got a PC basically, and the ability to record yourself, nowadays you can express yourself through music absolutely no holds barred, and that hasn't been the case before. You'd always had to have gone to a studio to record yourself. You know, people just tend to learn one instrument, because what's the point in learning a bunch of other instruments, because you know you can't do all that stuff on your own. But nowadays, with the ability to do all of that, I think it's so sick that we've got so many solo projects coming out where they've just done everything themselves. And you know when you're getting it that this is someone's vision, this is someone's baby, this is someone's, you know, personal side. And I just think that is so dope. So there you go. That's Ubilichaos, Anna Chaos. Check her out on all the social medias. All the links are in the description. It's very, very cool music. Hope you've enjoyed that today, guys. We'll see you around tomorrow. Bye.